Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I just left the dentist, so I thought, I haven't done a rant video in a while, and this is the perfect time to do a rant video. Because it is -4 degrees outside. I think it's like -12 with wind chill factor. Earlier today, when I was leaving for the dentist, it was like -13 degrees, and now it says -4 degrees outside, so it is pure hell. Well, actually, pure hell. If you want to know the 9 circles of hell, the 9 circles of hell are going to the dentist, okay? And if there are guardians to the gates of hell, the guardians to the gates of hell are the dental hygienists. But I'm getting way ahead of myself. So, let me tell you what happened. Where's my fanny pack? I need some chapstick on my lips. Look, I went to the dentist and the only thing I got was a cool Billy Idol lip. Well, I went in. So anyway, about a week and a half ago, I woke up with the most excruciating, if you watch my vlog, you already know this. How do you put on chapstick when your lip is completely, wow, went in, when your lip is completely numb? Anyway, it kind of concerns me that only one half of my lip is numb, and it kind of concerned me while it was happening too, because I was in a lot of pain and she sure as shit didn't really care. So anyway, about a week and a half, now I feel like that stuff's just dripping off my lips. About a week and a half ago, I woke up and I had the most excruciating tooth pain on this side that I've ever felt in my entire life. True story. It literally felt like somebody was taking a knife and just jabbing it up and beneath my gums. Oh my God, it felt so bad. I literally was, I was in so much pain, right? So I just kind of like am somebody that's like, it's gonna go away. It's a phase. It's a phase. I'm one of those phase believers, you know. You know, like the parents that believe their kids are like being gay is a phase. It's not, okay? It's not a phase. Your kid's gay. So anyway, but it's kind of like that. I'm like a phase believer. I was like, it's gonna go away. Oh, it's gonna go away. Well, it didn't go away, right? So finally my husband's like, you need to call the dentist. So I called the dentist and I got an appointment. Well, I went in last week and I found out that I had an infection that I had gotten in between my gums because I needed a deep cleaning. See, because this is what happens when you don't take very good care of your teeth. So anyway, from now on, I'm getting the veneers and I'm not worrying about any of this kind of mess anymore, because this is like, I'm telling you right now today, I feel like I truly went through, like I said, the 9 circles of hell in about 2 hours. It was a 2-hour appointment. I literally kept on holding my phone like this. I was like, is it over yet? Is it over yet? Is it over yet? So, where are my headphones? I have my headphones too, because she said, the dentist last week, she was so nice. She's like, it won't be that bad at all. And the appointment went really well. And I was like, oh, it's not. And she's like, no. And she's like, bring your headphones and, you know, you can listen to an audiobook, or you can listen to radio, or you can listen to, you know, whatever, a podcast. And I was like, oh, this will be just fine. I can just sit there, and I love to listen to audiobooks, and I can just sit there and I can listen to my audiobook, and it'll be like 2 hours will just go by like that. Okay. So I took this antibiotic that she had given me, and within about 4 days of taking the antibiotic, like my tooth pain was completely gone. So I go in there today, and she introduces me to my dental hygienist. Now I told my dental hygienist, I said, listen, I am going to make a video about this, just so you know, and I am going to refer to you as the guardian to the gates of hell, because it's the truth of the nature all day long. I said, I don't know what they do to train you to be so evil. She just was laughing. She goes, well, now, if you say my name, don't say my real name. Say my name is Stacy. So, hi, Stacy. How are you? You do very well at your job in hell. So, anyway, so I got introduced to Stacy, my dental hygienist, and then Stacy took me back, and she was real nice and everything. She said, you know, hang up your coat and your hat. So I took my hat off, because, see, like, I didn't get ready this morning, because why are you going to get ready when basically they're just going to just drive with your teeth for 2 hours, okay? Why? So I went in there and I said, sure, we can take off my hat. And I said, let me get comfortable. And I have my shoes all tied. I have my like little Sperry's on, and I had them all tied up and everything like that, you know. And so I was sitting there, and she goes, we're going to, you know, do your blood pressure and all this kind of, they did all that, and I was fine, you know, whatever. So then she goes, now what we're going to do, she goes, did they explain to you what we're going to do? And I said, no, nobody explained anything to me. They said, I'm just going to listen to an audiobook, and 2 hours later, it'll be fine, right? And she goes, oh, I should have known then, right? When she said, oh, I should have known. She goes, well, what we're going to do is we're going to take this numbing gel, and we're going to put it up in your gums to make you more comfortable. And I said, oh, okay, for like the dental work and stuff, right? And she's like, yeah, because you've got a lot of plaque and tartar, and we got to get that stuff out of there. And I said, oh, well, how much is a lot? And she goes, quite a bit. These dental hygienists, like, they have no bedside manner whatsoever, and they are real direct, right? She's like, now, how often do you floss? I was like, well, I could probably be a little bit better at it. You know what I mean? White wedding. Anyway, so she goes, well, how good are you at brushing? I said, oh, I brush my teeth all the time. So anyway, she was like, okay, well, it probably won't be that bad when I get in there, right? Oh my God, it was pure hell. So I put on my headphones and I'm starting to listen to my audiobook, and I know she's looking at me and she's saying something, and I'm like, so I'm trying to I'm like this, okay? And she's got me all the way back and I'm like this, and I'm trying to pause my audiobook, but I don't want to lose my place at the same time. And she goes, can you relax your tongue? And I go, what? And she goes, can you relax your tongue? Now, you know, I have been going to the dentist now for 46 years of my life, minus probably, we won't even count the years I didn't go, but I mean, I'm 46 years old, right? Well, how old are you when you get your teeth? 2? I don't even know, but I've been going to the dentist for quite some time, right? So I know that when you're, like, in there at the dentist, your tongue's going like this, right? I mean, next to you know what, okay? It's probably the only other organ of your body that has a mind of its own, right? And you never even think about it until you're in the dentist, and then, you know, they're working over here and your tongue's like, it's craziness, right? That your tongue is always trying to do its own business while you're at the dentist. It's like, just settle down, tongue. So she kept on saying to me, could you relax your tongue? Could you relax your tongue? Which just made me more nervous, because I'm like, how do you tell your tongue to relax, okay? Like, I don't even understand how you tell your tongue to relax. My tongue wouldn't relax. So anyway, I just felt like my tongue got even, it started doing like salsa dancing in my mouth. It just got even busier. So she's putting these gumming things up in there, and she's like putting up this stick, and then she's like, close your mouth. And so now I'm not listening to my audiobook, and I'm just listening. And, you know, I'm like listening. Now I'm like listening to the front desk, and the woman up there talking to somebody on the phone, laughing, and all this kind of stuff, driving me crazy. So then, you know, she's putting all these, and so like I'm noticing that my, like, inside my gums are starting to get a little numb, and I'm like, okay, this isn't bad. And then she goes, okay, now I'm going to go in there with the shot. I'm going to give you, you know, like the local anesthetic or whatever. And I said, oh, I didn't know we were doing shots. I don't mind shots. Like, they don't bother me a whole lot. But I didn't know that we were doing shots. I thought we were just doing this gumming deal, right? Or numbing deal. And she goes, no, we have to go in there and we have to do a shot. We have to do a shot. I'm thinking to myself, okay, like a shot on this side and a shot on that side. She gave me like 8 shots, okay? This one shot, and I just said, okay, I have a really high threshold for pain. I don't mind shots. This one shot up here, I was like this. I was like, girl, you need to back up with that shot. That shot is too much, okay? So then, literally, like, after she's done with the shot, she waits like 20 seconds, and then she's like, is it numb yet? And I'm like, I don't know. It's got the numbing gels in there. How would I know? She's like, well, I'm going to start with this thing, this pick, and it has water on it. And then I'm going to go in there, and I'm like, I'm thankful that she's like describing everything to me. But at the same time, I kind of didn't really want to know, you know? And then she's like, do you want, what'd she call them? They were basically just, they look like those Oakley sunglasses, which not my favorite brand. But if you like them, hey, more power to you. But she called them something. She didn't call them sunglasses. She didn't say, you want to wear your sunglasses at night. No, ma'am. She said, what were they called? The splatter something. I don't know. But anyway, so she gives me these sunglasses, and I'm sitting there, and the light's still coming through, and they got the light right there. And all I can think about is, I feel like every dentist I've ever gone to in the entire world has that same light, that something in Clayton light. And I'm like losing my mind, and she's in there. So she starts working, and literally as soon as she starts working, I'm like, oh no, I go, it's not numb yet. I can feel it. It's not numb yet. So she goes, okay, let me go up there and let me give you, and she's like working on this tooth right here. And she's like, let me give you another shot. I'm like, oh, sweet Christ, seriously, another shot? So she goes in there, and she takes, and she's like, and now she's like pulling up my lip this way and this way. She basically sitting on my lip is what she's doing. And she puts this needle like straight up here. And I'm like, oh my God. Like, now I have felt some pain in my life, okay? But this was horrific. So anyway, so she sits back, and she's just kind of sitting there, and she's got the mask on. But you can't see that. All dental hygienists basically look the same. They got their hair back in a ponytail, or they got real shorty hair. But all the ones I always go to have the hair back in a ponytail, and they wear that ring that has that, you know, the mint stuff in it. I think that ring's kind of cool. I like that ring. But anyway, and then they always wear the face mask. So they all just basically look the same, right? Because they're guardians to the gates of hell. So they all look the same. So anyway, and so I'm sitting there, and so finally after a couple minutes, oh, okay, I didn't want the heat on that much. So finally after a couple minutes, she comes back and she starts working on it, right? And I'm like, oh, this isn't too bad. And she's like, now, let me just tell you something, okay? If dental hygienists are guardians to the gates of hell, and going to the dentist is the 9 circles of hell, which I truly believe that it is all day long, I believe if I die and I go to hell, which I don't believe that I am, but if I do, I believe it's just 24 hours of getting your teeth fixed all the time, constantly, right? Shots and all of it. And that drill that it smells real bad when you have to get a cavity and all that kind of stuff. Years ago, I had to get a root canal. I've only ever had to have one, and everybody talks about how bad root canals are and all this kind of stuff. I didn't think it was that bad at all. I thought the worst thing about the root canal was that I had to pay for it. It was like $900. My insurance didn't cover it, and I was like, this is ridiculous. So anyway, that was the only thing that was bad about it, was paying for the root canal. But the rest of it, I didn't think the root canal was bad at all. Now, driving into my teeth with and that smoke that smells like burning bone, I don't care for all that, okay? That takes me to serial killer kind of places that I don't even need to think about in my head. And I just think it's spooky. So anyway, so I'm sitting there and she's like working on my teeth and working on my teeth. And I'm thinking to myself, does she think that I might need a break at some point? Now, I have now started listening to music because I have realized that this is not relaxing whatsoever, and I am not going to be able to listen to my audiobook, okay? So forget this audiobook deal. Forget this dentist. She sold me up the river. I mean, she did. She told me 2 hours of an audiobook, and I would be out of there, and I wouldn't even know the difference, okay? The liar, straight up lied to me about it. So anyway, I was so pissed. I just want to listen to my audiobook. So now I'm listening to music. Well, somehow Taylor Swift gets put on repeat, okay? So now I got this dental hygienist basically sitting on my tongue, not giving me a break, driving at this one tooth with this thing, and Taylor Swift in my ear, and she will not stop. And it's just like, do you know what you made me do? What you made me do? What you made me do? And it's just like, this song just goes over and over and over and over again. And I'm like on my phone, okay? I'm like this. And I'm trying to like get my phone to like go to the next song, and it won't. And I finally get it to switch. Now, this little secret y'all don't know about me, but I love gospel music, okay? I do. Well, it goes into, I have this mix of Mahalia Jackson, His Eyes on the Sparrow, that goes into Amazing Grace. And so all of a sudden, here I am, okay, in the 9 circles of hell with this dental hygienist, guardian of the hell gates, okay, driving into my teeth, right, left and right. And that sound, now I do believe that if you go to if hell is the dentist, I do believe that sound is the birds, okay, of hell, and those are the sounds, they're shrieking sounds they make, and it on your tooth, and all, oh my Lord. And in my ears, I got Mahalia Jackson saying to me, it's going to be all right. You're going to be fine. See, because his eyes are on the sparrow. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, is this really truly a sign from Jesus himself? Because, like, I need some signs right now. Like, I don't think this is ever ending. And let me just tell you, okay? I got there at 11 o'clock. My appointment was 2 hours. She goes, you're scheduled for 2 hours. We'll be right out of here at 2 hours, okay? So here I am. And I now feel like I've been in there for 16 hours, right? And I hold up my phone in the middle of Mahalia Jackson. And I look at it. And it says on my phone, 12:03. And I thought, are you fucking kidding me? I've got 57 more minutes of this. I can't do it. I can't do 57 more minutes of this. So anyway, she told me at the beginning of this, she goes, we're going to have to do 4 quadrants, okay? She goes, I'm going to try to deep clean all 4 quadrants today, but if we don't get all 4 quadrants done, you're going to have to come back. And I looked at her and I said, please try to get all 4 of the quadrants done today. I said, I can't be coming back and doing this again, right? I just can't. So anyway, so I get, so she gets through like doing some stuff and whatever, and I'm like, I can feel her move from here to here, and I'm thinking, oh, she's already on the second quadrant, here, over here, and then I'm on Amy Winehouse. Poor Amy Winehouse, I do love her so much, Beehive. But anyway, so I'm listening to Amy Winehouse and all this kind of stuff, and at one point she puts me up because she's like, and I've been like kicking and stuff, right? And like I'm telling you, like pain does not bother me. I have been. She goes, you're gripping the handle, kind of the arm thing, kind of hard. I looked down at my shoes. My shoes are completely untied at this point. Okay, there are laces everywhere. They're completely untied, and I'm thinking, holy shit, I am like kicking like crazy in this chair because the pain is so incredible. How do I have my gums completely numbed? Okay, all of these 8 shots in my mouth, and it still hurts. What is that about? I don't understand. So anyway, and this is the hell about being a person in recovery too. All these people told me, they were like, oh, it's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt at all. Because the person in recovery, I don't take pain medication, right? So if I did, she could have given me pain medication. The dentist could have come in and given me some pain medication. I would have just slept through the whole thing. I don't know how people sleep through this shit. I have no idea, but it was pure hell. So anyway, she gets done. There's this one point, okay, and I looked at my phone, and it was like 12:43, and I thought, I've got 20 more minutes of this, okay? And at this point, she's got this water thing in my mouth, sucking out water shit out of my mouth, and she's got this other thing over here, and she's digging at my teeth, and she's holding it up to my tongue, and she's got me all the way back, and I'm like this, and I'm thinking, does she think I might want to break every once in a while? My Lord, she's been doing this for almost 2 hours now. I feel like I'm losing my mind, okay? It was too much. It was absolutely too much. Lesson is, okay? Oh, and here's the lesson. Here's the real, the get you go right here. Okay, the get you go. Here it is right here. Get you while the kitchen's good, okay? Is that at the end of it, she goes, I said, well, how did we do? Because my mouth's real numb, right? I go, how do we do? She goes, well, we got 2 quadrants done. You're going to have to come back for 2 more. I said, well, it won't be as long, will it? She goes, well, we're going to still book you 2 hours. I thought, are you kidding me? I cannot do this for another 2 hours. I'm going to lose my mind, but I have to. I'm going back on the 20th. So, oh my God. She's like, I can't get you into the 20th. I thought, that's fine. 20th of June. Book me for the 20th of June, but not. She booked me for the 20th of February. I was like, I don't want to come back for all this. It's too much. I don't care. She's like, well, we don't want our teeth to rot out of our head, do we? I was like, no, I sure don't want my teeth to rot out of my head. I feel like they are right now. I'm in so much pain. So anyway, that's my day so far. How's your day going? Little rant video for you. Listen, brush your teeth, kids. I was going to say sauce them. Sauce your teeth. Brush your teeth. Floss them. And go to the dentist regularly. And you won't have to go to the 9 circles of hell like I did today. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a much better day than I am.